What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 14 of Petey's Power 5 with Parlay Potential. Briefly, we'll just get back into week 13's recap. Thomas, yet again, hit his ladder bet. So we are now 2 for 2, eagerly awaiting a third.
3 for 3.
With bated breath.
Fourth
It's
leg.
3 for 3. We're on the fourth leg.
Yep.
Okay. And just to briefly go over his other picks, he had picked John Mechie to have over 40 receiving yards. That did not happen. I tailed that, and yeah,
Sorry,
I don't know what happened. He just disappeared. Then you had Travion Henderson to go over 87.5 combined. He had 86 combined.
Yeah, so I actually provided value on this one because by the time this posted, Henderson was like 83.5 on Saturday, and I think it went down to 82.5. So I ended up hitting this bet, obviously not in the game, but hopefully you guys got the better of the number because
nice.
That one did actually hit.
Sure. Your Browns plus 5.5 did not cover. Yeah. Shador. Your Bucks money line did hit. So we had called that game right 4 weeks in advance.
Yep. Saw it coming.
It scared me as it approached, but yeah, saw that one coming.
I was pumped about that one too because I think I got negative 130 on that, and by game time it was like negative 200. So good CLV there.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Nice.
Dan, Cortland Sutton did get in the end zone, but he did not get in twice. Yeah, I know. But that was fun. And yeah, I felt very confident day of that he was getting in the end zone. So still a lot of value there. Mm-hmm. Your receiving pick of Ladd McConkey did not hit. Unfortunately, he only had 39 yards. He did get in the end zone, though. So the vibe was right. Your Bijan and Devon parlay did hit.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. At plus 256 odds, you put 40 on that. So congratulations.
Big money. Made up for everything else.
Yep. And your Houston cover, of course, hit because they won. So great pick. And I wish that I could have done that, but I picked last, sadly. Giants, they did not win.
Didn't compete either.
Didn't even really come close, unfortunately.
They scored once, right? Twice? Yeah, I turned it off after.
I think twice. Yeah. I think they scored twice, but yeah. Either way. And then my stuff, I just missed everything very close. My wild card parlay of unders all hit. The Arizona Tampa Bay game, though, had 37 points, so I missed it on the hook, 37.5. My wide receiver parlay, I had McConkey in there, and I had him for 40, so he hit 39.
Oof.
Yeah, I had Michael Wilson for 40. He had 36. Khalil Shakir was where definitely got wrong. He had like a goose egg, basically. Running parlay, Brees hit, Josh Allen hit, ETN. Nah, he had a bum game. And then the Rams messed up both of my parlays, which that happened for most people last week. But the other picks were good. Unfortunately, that means nothing in terms of payout for me, so I'm still sitting at a very low wager amount, and we'll see if I can ever crawl out of here. But
be a fun challenge.
Thomas, it was a fun challenge about 3 weeks ago. Now it's just exhausting. But it's fine. It's all good. Thomas, would you start us off with a money line?
Sure.
Sick.
That's going to be probably the one you want because you said it earlier in the episodes.
You're going to take Washington, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to take Commanders at plus 110 on FanDuel. Actually, I think it's on DraftKings. $10 to win 11. It's just the same thing I did last week with the Bucks. I'm assuming we're going to get the break of the news on the annuals, and this line is not going to be what it is. I'm pretty sure Commanders are going to be favored if that news breaks the way we think it is. So better team, as Dan talked about, Dan Quinn, all he had to do was start playing zone. And made a hell of a difference. And in the offense with Mariota, looks pretty damn solid. And Terry being back is a massive difference.
It changes the math.
So everything going Washington way. I don't really understand why they're not favored in this game other than home field, and that's not enough.
I agree. Yeah, obviously. Dan?
Yep, it's a good pick. I'm high on Cincinnati this week. I think they could sneak a win at Buffalo. They got the mojo of getting Joe back. And they're plus 220. So,
interesting.
Yeah. I want to go more than, it's not a super confident. I'll do 10. I'll do 10 Peter Bucks on that.
All right. Well, I'm not sure who's going to win that Cincinnati game. That's one that I feel probably more towards Bills. So that's who I picked. But I feel not certain about that one either.
I think it's more of a toss-up. I think it'd be a really good one to take the spread, but I have different plans for that.
I think I would take Cincinnati on a plus spread. Well, my money line picks are Washington. Obviously, I include them in a parlay. I feel very good about that. And I rarely actually want to pick Washington because it's just too much conflict of interest, but I just feel
Emotional
it for sure
head.
this time. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I also really like Tampa Bay this week. Obviously, the odds aren't going to be great, but
nope.
I don't think that that's one that fails. So I'll just throw them in. I also really, really do like Denver this week. Again, odds aren't going to be great, but I'll probably just throw them in and feel very confident they don't drop that game. Even though it's divisional and they're going away. I know that those are hallmarks. Unless you guys want to convince me otherwise on this one. I was a little shocked that the Broncos were only favored 7.5.
Definitely seems low. Yeah.
Seems lower than it could be, for sure.
Pete Carroll's going to be one and done. I think the team's not got much fight left in them.
They're cooked. Yep. If the divisional plays in here, I think it's just a bad team.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm not worried about that being any weird trap. It was so funny. We all felt like maybe the Tennessee game was a trap game of last week.
Not even close.
Not even close. Overthought that one, that's for sure. But I think also the Rams beat the Cardinals handedly. There's no way the Rams drop 2 in a row. I think that's impossible. I'll take whatever odds they're at. And I think I'm picking Philly to win. This is the other one that'll juice it a bit. Washington and Philly will juice this parlay with the 3 others that are just filler, essentially. But yeah, I feel really good about Philly absolutely obliterating that decimated Chargers line and just causing enough problems for that offense. I already picked Saquon Barkley as my running back. Fuck, I think he has a big game. Yep. That's it.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know what to think of that Chargers-Philly game, but I would lean Philly as well. It just seems like they're another team that shouldn't drop 3 in a row.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I feel pretty confident.
All right, moving on to spread. Speaking of that Bengals covering, that's exactly what I had written down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Bengals plus 6.5 at -128. So I'll put $12.80 to win 10. I think this is a game as well. I like the pick, Dan. I think the value is on Cincinnati. Not saying they win, but the value being plus 200 and what should be a 50-50 game is good. So I'll take the plus 6. A little bit of juice, but I want the 6. I don't want the 5.
I totally agree. Yeah, I would be teasing it up too.
Right. So for my spread, we've got Kansas City and Philadelphia playing on primetime games. And before I even wrote down my prediction, I was like, let's see what Vegas thinks. Because I think Houston and Los Angeles are the better teams in these games, at least lately. I would expect them to win, but I bet the spreads will be in the Chiefs and Eagles' favor, and I bet shenanigans will happen. So I'm calling shenanigans, teasing the lines, teasing the spreads. So I'm taking both Houston and Los Angeles at plus 4.5, figuring the Chiefs and the Eagles will both win by 3 or 4. So I get plus 180 on that. And then if it turns out I'm right and the better teams win, then great. Yeah, that's what I decided I wanted to do with that feeling.
Okay.
Give me 20 Peter bucks on Houston and Los Angeles, each plus 4.5, plus 180 on that parlay.
You got it.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I would say Houston one doesn't concern me at all, but Chargers one concerns me just a little bit.
You don't know which Chargers are going to show up.
It could be a close game.
But the Eagles have not been a team who's going to blow anybody out of the water. So
that's a fair point. Absolutely. Well, I think I'm going to keep it relatively simple here and just do the Bengals to cover 10.5 because that feels ultra safe to me. I think Rams to cover 3.5. 2.5. I'll just tease it down to a field goal. And yeah, we'll do Broncos 2.5 as well. No, we'll do Broncos 5.5. I think. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. So not much value in the rushing category on this fine Wednesday. It seems like they're being very coy about the lines. So I'm going to do a Dan type bet and just have fun with it. I'm going to take a James Cook and an Allen rushing touchdown for plus 150 for $5. I think this is a high scoring game. There's supposed to be snow in the forecast. As we talked about earlier with the fact the Ravens should have just kept hammering the ball with Derrick Henry. I think that's exactly what the Bills do. And I think they'll do fine on the ground.
Fun.
Yeah. That's only plus 150 for them.
Yeah. I mean, they're both super juiced. Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah.
All right. You know, I had my Bijan and Achane parlay with Bijan going against the Jets last week, and it was for rushing and receiving. They both cracked it just with their rushing yards. So this time I'm going to take Achane just rushing yards over 78.5. That feels pretty safe to me. 15 Peter bucks on that. Minus 113.
Cool. For my running backs, I think, you know, I've got a pretty good feeling about all three of the running backs that we took in Mary Fuck Kill. Chase Brown, RJ Harvey, and Saquon Barkley. So I think I'll do that, and then I might throw in a Josh Jacobs. He's currently questionable right now. I don't know what the line's going to look like, but he's someone else that I just felt pretty confident was going to have some volume. His projection was way too high for Mary Fuck Kill, though. I think it was like 20.3.
Yeah. You can run all over the Bears if you want. Not the Eagles, apparently, but you can run all over the Bears.
I don't know what happened to the Eagles in that game. I really don't. I don't have anything to make sense of it other than they're inconsistent. It's what they do.
Yeah, I'm beating a dead horse because I know it's written all over the television, but based off the film I'm watching, the offensive coordinator is just that uncreative. So
yeah,
their O-line blocking schemes are just not the same as they were when Kellen Moore was there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, cool.
All right, receiving yards against Slim Pickens, but this guy's line should never be below 90 or 100. So I'll take JSN plus 88.5 receiving yards. Take the over on that one. It's a negative 114. $11.40 to win 10. Had a down game last week. I think he's only been under 90 yards in 2 games, and one happened last week. So that makes me think he's getting it in a dome with Darnold hopefully feeling better.
I like the respect that shows for AJ Terrell, but I think it's a good pick.
Yeah. Of all the games that I looked at this week that gave me pause, that one gave me the most pause because I actually was initially very much on Seattle. And then something about Falcons at home. But I think it's probable that JSN gets over that. If the upset happens, like it could, I could see that being a big reason, is if they can shut down JSN for whatever. I don't have many good reasons for why I think they should be able to. But that game just feels weird to me.
So far this year, Seattle handles bad teams.
Yeah.
And the Falcons are a mid-team who keep losing. They're
a bad team that occasionally shocks you. Yeah. That's how I view them. I look at them as a shitty team.
I see them as a mid-team who's terribly coached, and that's basically it. That's the end of my sentence.
I'd be down for the Falcons to make this competitive. I think that would make his yards even shoot higher.
Yeah.
My one fear is he doesn't get action because the defense is just terrorizing Kirk Cousins.
Yep, that could happen too. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But this was a weird game, and when I tried to reject it, my initial thought actually was hesitant towards JSN, but we'll see what happens.
So I'm going to do a same game parlay.
Okay.
I was with you guys on Jacoby Myers, and apparently Vegas is too, because since I looked at the number earlier, it's gone up a point. But I'm going to take Jacoby Myers and Alec Pierce to both go over their totals, 50.5 and 55.5 for Pierce. And that is plus 242 if I put those together. We'll do 10 Peter bucks on that.
Nice.
I was strongly considering fucking Pierce as well, so.
Yeah, I had a good feeling about Pierce.
He looked real good.
It's just a lot of 5s.
Yep.
55, 5.5.
Maybe I should put 55 Peter bucks on it. I will not.
Yeah, honestly.
Come on.
Hey, do it. All right, so my playful wide receiver pick, I think I'm going to pick something Darren Waller related.
Oh.
Receptions, yards, maybe a touchdown. We'll see how confident I feel as it approaches. but I think that they're going to need to use him a little bit in this game. He's got an extra week back, and it's just an offense devoid of weapons, and he's been immensely successful when he's been on the field. That's pretty much it. But
like your husband.
Somewhat. Gently.
Gently bagging.
Yeah.
Use the conduit to get Waller the ball.
Yes.
That's
all right. I think a disclaimer here. I'm going to give my 3. I only really found 3 that I liked. Well, there's a good chance the latter does not happen this week. I might be pausing it like I did week 2 because this one feels like 60 to 70%, which is not what you want on the 4th leg. I want like 80% likelihood. So we'll see. But you guys give me your feedback if you think these are good picks. I think they're good picks. I'm not super confident in them. So
sure.
The first one would be Jags versus Colts over 39.5. I think we've talked a little bit about this game, but I do think both teams can score in this one. No weather in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
I definitely think this game goes over 40.
Yeah, cool. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes over 50. That's what I have.
For sure. I think you've got about a 10-point buffer there.
Cool.
In terms of what I'm expecting.
Awesome. Yeah, honestly, when I saw the over-under, I was like, this might be an over I just take straight up as well. The other one, and it comes in 2 different bits. It's either Bengals Buffalo over 42.5 or Bengals covering like a 13.5 point spread, similar to what Peter did.
I definitely like the Bengals covering spread that big. The snow makes me nervous for the over.
Yeah, I think I'd lean towards the Bengals like 10.5, 12.5 if you can tease the numbers and it makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think you should be scared
blown out by the Bills. They have too much offense. If firepower in the Bills' defense sucks. Mm-hmm. So
feeling a little more confident in that one. And then the staple that I always throw in there is Chiefs plus 4.5.
I don't know about that one.
Houston's not gonna.
That one gives me pause. I think this could be a week where we see the empire crumble for good. I mean, not for good, but like this season in the sense of like, oh, it is over. This magical comeback that we're all expecting to happen is not happening. Houston's defense is so good. They just very well could do this, I think. But
I think a Mahomes injury is the only way that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't see Texans running away with this. Their offense is not impressive enough to run away with this. But I will say, not that I'm backing up Peter's Texans blowout pick, that something in here is giving me pause. So I'm not sure which one it is.
I mean, if it's a tie game late and then is Pacheco playing if he coughs up a fumble, or even Kareem Hunt or somebody coughs up a fumble that gets returned and that's the final, or if it goes to overtime and Houston then wins by 6, I think it'll be a close game, but it could be a close game that ends with Houston winning by 6, so it's not impossible.
I think my issue with this is I love to pick teams to cover 4.5, but I really want to believe that they're going to win, and I just actually really think that Houston's going to win. And so, though I'm not anticipating a blowout, there are many ways in which, you can win by 5 or 6.
I feel better about Houston by plus 4.5.
Exactly. I would feel much better about it. So. Precisely. Yeah. I don't think Houston's getting blown out by the Chiefs.
Sure.
This game stays very close. I think this game stays very close defensively, which is the most likely possibility. Or Houston opens up, starts to run away with it, and the Chiefs kind of panic, and Mahomes is just running around like a crazy man with these pass rushers. And
so that's our input on your ladder.
Cool.
Do with it what you will.
I appreciate the input. Might be a pause this week. We will see.
My wild card is going to be a shitty teams do shitty things. I like giving my wild card picks names. Have you guys picked up on that?
Mm-hmm.
Browns under 17.5. Titans under 14.5. Raiders under 14.5.
Okay.
All of that happening gives me a plus 674. And I want 10 Peter bucks on that.
Is a relatively realistic bet. Plus 600.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I was expecting half that.
That's crazy.
That allows me for a couple of freak touchdowns from any of them.
Brown's defensive touchdown is very much on the card for touchdown plays this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like those picks. Those are the 3 teams that I have highlighted in my mind as basically sucking a fat one. Two coming from the same game. So, yeah, I do like that.
All of them stronger on defense than offense. The Raiders just suck at everything.
Well, as far as my wild card goes, I honestly don't know what this is going to be yet. But the first one that I'll probably just throw out there are my 2 blowouts. Or at least, yeah, actually my 3 blowouts. Why didn't I include? Okay.
Tampa.
Yeah, that's the one I was actually forgetting. Might need to throw Tampa retroactively back into my spread selection. But Tampa, Denver, and do you know the last one?
Rams?
Yeah. Well, it makes me feel good that you're able to just name them.
Yeah, those are my predictions for
I'm going to pick
wins.
Potentially each one of those to win by 5.5.
The blowout bonanza.
Yeah, that's the theme. Thank you for the name.
We need themes for all these wild card bets.
We probably should start. That would be fun. But yeah, I think there's a good chance that these teams win by 2+ touchdowns each. And so this is actually relatively safe in my mind, but should give decent odds. But I might change this. Well, that concludes week 14 of Petey's Power 5. Check back in for our final picks before you choose to tail. And I hope you all have a great and blessed week.